Hi yogis, welcome back to another episode of RunYogi Diaries. This is your host Santosh Shiva. I hope you had a wonderful week and you also got some time to play, swim, bike, run, whatever is your thing. Every week I bring you conversations with people who are on a journey of well-being and endurance. I hope they spark some possibility in you, leave you with some tips and perhaps some inspiration to perspire. If you like this channel, consider subscribing to it. Hit like if you like this video and leave your comments below and let us know what you think. This episode is also available on all major podcast platforms if audio is your thing. In the house today is a spirited lady from Bengaluru who has been pushing boundaries in her running and wellness journey. And she's doing it draped in a saree. That's commendable because for people who are more comfortable in ethnic outfits, she's setting a great example, opening doors of possibilities for others. We speak about how running entered her life, tips on how she scaled her volume to complete her full marathons and an ultra, the light bulb moment for donning a sari for her marathon and the ultra, and what's next in her journey. Let's welcome Anusuya Ashok. Hi Anusuya, welcome to Run Yogi Diaries.
Hi, very good morning, Santosh. Thank you so much.
It is a pleasure to have you in the show. What's fascinating is you're a runner, but more importantly, you run in a sari. So, that's a something very few women do. Indian women do. So it's something we want to learn about and talk about. Uh, but before that, let me hand the baton back to you and have you do a quick personal introduction.
My name is Anusuya Ashok. I'm basically from Bangalore, born, brought up, married, everything all settled till now in Bangalore. I work for an IT industry, for an IBM, and my husband too. My husband Ashok Shroff, even he's an IT professional. Married since 15 years. I have two kids, aged 13, Aishwarya, son aged 8, Aryan. They both
Nice.
Uh, uh, I would say that my schooling, my college days, everything is been in Bangalore. Bangalore has become like my first and last home, I would say, where I would end my days also in Bangalore. But in between, few things or few countries keep coming and going. But I'm always proud to be an Indian as well as an Bangalorean.
Namuru, Bengaluru.
Namoro, Bangalore.
Amazing. And you said you're in IT. So if you said you're from Bengaluru, we kind of assume you'll be in IT. No,
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm sure there are other professions in Bangalore. I'm from Bangalore too. So awesome. So we're here to talk about your running journey. And so let's kind of do a bit of a flashback. Yeah. How did running you know get into your life? What caused you to start running?
Yeah. When I have to speak about my early days, I would say that running was never my cup of tea. And seeing early mornings was like, oh my God, never and not possible at all in my life. Even in my childhood days, my parents, mom and dad, they used to never wake me up because they know that waking Ansuya early morning is like a very big crime for them. I have three younger sisters, and they're always like they get up, they wake up morning. But I was like, I sleep late night, but never see
Okay.
morning. So my childhood days just went like studying, education. It went on education. I was not much into sports. My sister was, but I was never into sports. My sport was like volleyball, throw ball, shuttle.
Mm,
These kind of sports I was into.
yeah.
So after my marriage, it just continued along with my profession and my personal life. But there was a time for every. They say right. There's a time for everyone where they understand. They will.
Yeah.
They will try to hear their inner voice, where
Yeah.
something comes and pricks in. So that's the
Yeah.
time where I understood that no, this is a high time now, where I have to give time for myself. Forget about.
Mm,
I was heavy also. I mean, I don't say heavy. I was very healthy, so
right.
I started looking at people. I got fascinated that okay, everyone are so healthy. Why shouldn't I be? I was very lean,
Mm,
and why did I change myself to be like this after becoming a mom? So then I started giving little interest. I was in UK that time, 5 years back.
Okay.
So my friends, they had a challenge of steps count. So
Okay.
that's how walk came into my life, I would say. The
Okay.
step count challenge came into my life. Every day they were like targeting for 10,000, 12,000. I was like 5,000, getting a step also was difficult for me. Okay, at least let me take this challenge. Let me walk, 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 walk. That walk made me started to jog, and that
Mm.
jog made me run. And that run fascinated me and understood that what I was actually losing. I was
Mhm.
losing my fats. I lost inches. Okay, then I thought, okay, health is nowhere. It was a challenge where I had to take within myself, which I had really prolonged for these many years without understanding that. I think that's how running came into my life, and that became a passion, and that became part of my life now.
Awesome. The best thing is that the way that you started running is actually a safe and a sensible way to start running, and right. And a
Yes,
lot of times people want to start running and they just decide to run one fine day. But the way you've done it, started walking and then jogging and
exactly,
then running,
exactly,
it must have also built your musculature, and your joints and
completely.
tendons have to
Yes,
get strong to get
completely,
ready for running.
completely,
So that's a great tip, guys. Good. Let's
completely.
take that down as a good practice.
We start running, but we don't understand that what actually needs for run also. Without that,
Hmm.
we start running. But side by side, without my knowledge, I was not doing any strengthening. But without my
Hmm.
knowledge, everything it started getting stronger. That's how when
Yeah.
I felt that okay, let me also get in the strengthening into life so that it
Yeah.
helps running. Running helps strengthening, and strengthening helps running. So this is
Yeah.
what I tell others also. When they see me running and they just see me, they see the transformation what I've got in my life from her
Yeah.
fat to fit. They say, okay, if you have lost so many kilos, I want to run. I want to run 10
Hmm.
kilometers in a day. See, running is not so easy or so difficult too. But
Yeah.
make a strategy. Slow and steady will always wins the race. But
Yeah.
suddenly I want to lose 10 kilo in 1 month is like, come on, guys.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah.
Give some
And you also
time.
risk.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're
And
risking your
also
life.
risk some injury, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well
Take it
said.
slow.
Well said. Yeah. Well said. And so, how did you scale it? So you started running, and then you kind of seem to have also scaled it, right, in terms of distance and frequency. How did that happen?
Yeah, as I told you, running was very new to me. So I never thought of long distance and all. For me, 5 kilometers was very too much. So I started with the 2K. I was like walking, running. Then we had been to a mall, family. Some people they were taking for a charity. So that person came to us and he asked, "This is for a charity. You just register yourself and come for a run." And running, we were like, "No, no, no." He told, okay, you just at least register for a charity. This would go for a charity. Running, coming there or not coming is left to you. So we
Hmm.
thought that anyway, we have paid, why to waste it? So let's go for a run and see how these marathons are. Because that was a trend actually. 4 years back,
Hmm.
it was a trend. So then we just went to that run. We saw everyone were very excited. They were so joyful. They're so fun. So we thought, let it take as a fun. So that's how I started my 5 kilometers run with small
This was
events.
in Bengaluru, or
Yeah,
was
this
it
was
in
in
London?
Bangalore. No, 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 this was in
Okay.
Bangalore. London
Okay.
was only in a step count. I never challenged myself on the running there.
Okay.
So
And this
after
was
some,
4 years ago.
yeah, this
You
was
did
four
your
years
first
ago.
5K.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. And
this
how
was
was
in.
it? How was it do
Oh
your first
my
5K? How?
God. When I told myself that I completed 5K, my family was like, oh my God, did you get up early in the morning for this run?
That's the one. That's
So everyone was surprised to see me that I woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, went by 5:30, completed my run, came home, but I slept off. I make sure
yeah.
I go, come and sleep off. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how I started my 5K. Then gradually, you know that when something new comes in, you see your
Hmm.
goals to be changing in. So
Yeah.
that's how a 5K came. Then I thought, okay, why don't I join some group where they
Hmm.
motivate me? Because waking up alone or going on a run
Yeah.
alone was not kind of
Yeah.
motivating me
Yeah.
or no inspired me. I joined the Adidas running group then. So people were many, and it was like each and every one's thoughts, right? It was like calling me. Okay, when
Hmm.
everyone can wake up, why don't I? I should give at least a try.
Yeah.
So I started trying to wake up 4:30. Oh my God, 4:30, then 4 o'clock. Oh, that really changed. That team really changed my life. So 3 times in a week, we used to do a small runs, 5K, 10K. So that's how I started my run. Then after that, okay, when I've completed 10, why don't I go beyond it?
Hmm.
So speed runs and endurance is
Yeah.
completely different. So then I thought, okay, everyone started to appreciate, okay, you're a beginner, still you're doing so much. Okay, let me take that as a challenge. Why don't I do
Hmm.
12 today? Okay, then weekends went into 15, but 21 was impossible for me to take. So
Hmm.
then I thought, okay, if I register for any events, I think that would at least make a change. So started registering for half marathons then. So without
Hmm.
any option, I had to run. I had to give my thing there. So that's how endurance came. And when I registered for full marathon, okay, there was no option for me left apart from taking it as a long endurance run. So weekends I used to go all alone. When I had to go early in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock, it was very high and it used to be very dark. So my husband,
Hmm.
he comes behind me in a two-wheeler or in a car. He supports me till until there is a morning. So once it gets
Hmm.
morning, he will go back. I will continue my runs. So this is how my
Nice.
endurance also started.
Very nice. And so, in your early part when you were scaling to longer distances, is there any beginners mistakes you think you learned that
Oh
might be
yeah,
useful for our viewers?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah. See, I had registered for a full marathon, but we know how our training should be.
mhm.
I had minimal training, so I had to grab all the information from my seniors, from my co-runners. I used to
Mhm.
grab it from them, but right, there would be something inside that, today I've tried 10. Why don't I do 21 tomorrow? We need a
Mhm.
break. We should see that how we cope up our workouts, what we have done yesterday. So without understanding this, we just go on the road. So today 10,
Mhm.
tomorrow without any cool downs, and especially cool downs only 10 kilometers. Right now I know I'm a runner,
Yeah.
I don't need any cool down. So once I have actually done this, I have done 21 kilometers, and next day it was a very speed workout to me without understanding that I did a speed
Mhm.
workout. Nothing happened, but after that for 4 days I couldn't keep my leg up at all. My shin was
Mhm.
completely so hard. We don't understand that sometimes,
Yeah.
that right. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
should think, we should also know that warm up before the run, warm up is so important for our body. Only then we could at least do some kind of running. And after running, cool down is really very important. Give
Mhm.
30 minutes, especially after your endurance run or your speed workouts. Cool down is very important. Don't ever miss that. If we miss, we know next day what would happen to us. See, only
Mhm.
when we learn, we would be able to explain to others also. People doesn't know that we do warm up and cool downs. For them, it is only running. They don't
Yeah.
understand that. So if you don't tip them also, right, it would,
Yeah. Yeah.
we wouldn't have got any injury, but they would come to an injury. So
Yeah.
better
So
concentrate on.
those were some early learnings you had
Yes,
in,
yes, yes, yes. After that,
right.
it is like I spend time on my warm up. I spend time on my cool down. Even though in the stadium or wherever I run, if I don't give time for my cool down there, I come home. I end up cooling down at home. Do some icing after the long runs, whatever it is required. Right, I do all those things and then rest my body down.
Right. And in terms of your food, did that change when you started scaling your
No,
runs?
initially days I'm a foodie. So I
Hmm.
don't focus on not eating, because when earlier days when I had to loosen or become fit, right? People used to say that you have to stop eating this, stop eating that, go on a juice diet, that this. So that really never interested me in concentrating on my food habits. But later on, I think 2 years back, I understood
Hmm.
that eating clean food is so important for
Hmm.
endurance run also,
Right.
not only speed. Yeah, then I started to understand that, okay, clean food doesn't mean that skip your food. It's like something which you really need, high in proteins, low in carbs. Then I started to understand that. And I yeah I then my weight really went down, because it was the right food what I was taking in, and what I was really expecting, I actually got the result. Then I understood lot of changes makes, even food
So
makes
so
so
what
much
what
difference in
changed?
our
Like
life.
When you say clean food, like what do you mean?
See, I
What did you
used to
change in
have
your?
lot of carbs. I used to have lot of
Okay.
rice, chapatis, and all these things. I cut down that. I started eating all
Hmm.
whole grains. So where
Okay.
I make sprout of them, I eat. I take millets. I take oats. So
Hmm.
dry fruits came into my picture. Fruits I eat very less. That came into my picture. Nutrients is also very important. Then I started
Yeah.
to understand. I started see when I more understand, right? I started. I get the certified. I get into certification also on that. Otherwise, I feel
Okay.
that to myself I don't understand more.
Yeah.
That's how nutrition certification came into my life. Yoga certification came
Okay.
into life. So okay.
Okay.
Uh, so now I make sure that I eat clean food, and especially before runs, 1 week before my runs, my hydration it can be, my food habits it can be. I completely change my menu, and that's how I
Those
started.
are.
I started preparing myself. That's how my husband and my kids also started eating them. Even they saw the benefits actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that those are good good tips and good good things to keep in mind as anyone who's trying to scale their training, right? And some of it we don't have to reinvent the wheel. These are
No,
things
no,
some
no.
people have tried.
Exactly.
What right? So content of the food may be different, but like you said, eating clean can mean many things. As long as it's clean, it doesn't matter what kind
Yes.
of content go into
Yes,
it, right?
yes, yes. And
Yeah,
these actually food we don't have to buy it also. We'll have it every day at home, but we don't see what is there. We see what is
yeah,
not there, buy them and heat it.
yeah,
What is
yeah,
really
yeah,
required is always left at home.
yeah. So you started scaling, and so when did you do the first marathon? When was your first full marathon?
My first full marathon was in 2019 for Shriram Properties.
Okay, and how did that go?
That was okay because I never had any challenge. I just wanted to finish my full marathon. That was my first. So I was like very nervous that, okay, at least before 5 hours, I wanted to finish. So only
Hmm.
that was striking in my mind. So it went actually well. Took it slow, took it easy. I had fun running. And my co runners
Hmm.
also, they helped us while running. They gave us hydration support. It was very nice. So that was completely a non challenge run.
So for someone who's on a path to do their first marathon, right? From your first marathon, was there anything that you felt you could have done differently, or for the benefit of somebody who's trying to do it first time themselves?
No, first time I never actually felt anything. It was like for me also, it was the first time, right? So I never focused on anything much on that time.
Yeah.
So it was from half marathon, I directly jumped into full marathon. But between that, I had taken 30 kilometers challenge also, which
Okay.
I traveled to Mysore. This 100 days of running, right? This actually helped me a lot, I would say. So I would
Okay.
actually tell this to everyone also. See, you should have some challenge in your life. See, running
Hmm.
is like watching others, you can't run. See,
Hmm.
understanding also it might help you, but you have to have that passion in yourself that okay, running is even though it is nothing in your life, but it can make some changes or differences in your life. I want to run, go run for 1 day, 2 days. Getting self motivated is
Yeah.
always important. Inspired from others, it will stay, but how long will it stay is it's a challenge.
Yeah.
So it's always
Yeah.
self is always is what I say. So that's how even I keep it myself active.
Hmm.
I get inspired from others, but make sure that I keep myself self motivated because there are many challenges. And as a woman, we know that how many challenges we
Hmm.
face. See, once you started becoming thin or lean, right? They don't say that you're becoming healthy or fit. They say
Hmm.
that, oh my God, look at you, you're becoming so skinny. You look like a grandmom. Don't do this. Why do you want this at this age? Many,
Yeah.
many. Apart from compliments, you get to hear many comments also.
Hmm. Hmm.
So hold all these things because when you have that passion, right, these things will never change your life. Change in your life is only what you have thought for yourself.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
first was like nothing for others. I would say it was morely on me
Yeah.
only because my focus was only on full marathon. At any
Yeah.
cost, I had to complete. I wanted to complete full marathon. But
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
after that, I started thinking that why it's like this. That we forget that okay, if I've taken half marathon this time, next full marathon, what changes I have to do in me? What
Hmm.
attract others?
Hmm.
Sometimes we stop thinking about this. It's like
Right.
only it's a challenge what I have taken. Okay, I want to be that person. I want to be this person. Just that. But after that, I think a lot of changes happened in my life where I followed key points. And that's how I started my second full marathon, which I took for Shriram Properties again in Saree. That was the reason behind that.
Okay. So before we get to that, it seems like you have a competitive streak. You are a competitive person.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was not, but now, yeah,
Right?
I have
Oh,
picked up.
generally, it's something you're someone who wants to get faster or get better or get ahead. That's a mindset I'm hearing. In That's one fundamental motivation for you.
Yeah,
Um, and in terms of managing, you're a working professional. You have
yeah.
a family. How did you balance that? I mean, being an IT, long hours, late, sometimes late hours. How did you balance that part
This
and
was this
training?
was yeah, this was a very big challenge for me since initial days, because
Hmm.
I used to never organize myself in a well way. It was like I don't have maids at home, so it's like whatever I do, whatever I go, so it's like based on the timings it just used to go. But when this running came into picture, my God, I had to reorganize my complete day, everything in a right way.
Hmm.
Otherwise, even one activity I missed, right? The other, my kids learning, it can be, or their activity, I had to miss those. So
Hmm.
I organized myself. I planned everything. Okay, 5 o'clock I get up. What do I do after that? When I cook, when I send my kids to school. So I had to plan it accordingly. So it is like a robo. I became a robo after that. I used to never enjoy in initial days because it was like everything on a timings. So if I
Yeah.
missed that half an hour, also the other half an hour would have been changed a lot. But when I got used to this, I started enjoying this. I never missed anything. So even though there was little time difference apart, right? I started managing that also. So
Hmm.
when others were like encouraging me that how do you manage all this, that actually inspired me more. That okay, when others are seeing it, why don't I include some more into it? Because we all know that we have 24 hours in a day, and we
Yeah.
have some hours where we have to understand what are those are for us. So when
Hmm.
you organize it in a way, right, nothing will go missed out. Everything can be
Yeah.
managed in a very well way. See, for hours also, for office hours also, but I'm very particular in my office hours. I don't
Hmm.
stretch a lot. I used to never stretch a lot. When I
Hmm.
join a job also, I say, see, this is my timings. I work for this. So I
Hmm.
don't compromise there because I have to come back, take care of kids, their
Yeah.
classes, their activities. I don't want to miss anything because of my career or thing in my
Yeah.
personal life. So I make sure that these many hours I work for office, this many hours I take care of myself, this many hours for home, kitchen, kids, done for the day, go to bed, next day morning, get up.
Yeah.
So I
Actually,
organize completely.
there's a lot of gold in what you're saying, and there is there is a, I think, as maybe I'm generalizing, but as Indians, we are very uncomfortable getting into that kind of a structure. It's very common in the West.
Yes,
The
yes.
West seem to be very, and I agree with you that it's a little uncomfortable for us culturally because we like it a little more fluid. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂಗೂ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ
Yes, yes,
ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್
yes,
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು
yes,
ಹೋಗೋಣ
yes. Adjustment.
and adjustment, right? And but there's a lot of gold in your what you're saying, especially if you have taking on more commitments, and if you are someone who believes in growth and you want to do more things, that organized scheduled day is very important, because otherwise you don't know where you end up spending time. It might just be based on some feeling. Suddenly one WhatsApp message will come or some TV
Exactly.
show will come in, and you'll say, oh my god, what did I accomplish in that day? So there's a lot of gold in what you're saying, and it's great tips. And no matter how uncomfortable you are with that, for viewers who are listening to this, but it's very important if you're serious about incorporating something new in your life. It could be running, it could be cycling, it could be anything. It could be learning to paint. Hey, anything,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Whatever it is. But hey,
Yeah,
thanks for sharing those. Those are great points. So coming to the event, right? Which is what, the 2021 marathon earlier this
yeah,
year,
yeah,
where you ran in the sari, right?
yeah, yeah.
And so running in a sari is a fascinating thing because I think it inspires a lot of other women who are shy, who don't want to, who can run but don't are not comfortable getting into
Yes.
Western clothes. So thank you for that. So thanks for inspiring and showing that it's possible. How did it come up as an idea? How did you get that idea?
See, I've been trying to run in pants, shorts, skirts, everything was completed. But next,
Hmm.
what? Try something different to wear. At least when I go to park for my runs, right? Usually when I don't run in the morning, I get onto the park in the evening. I see many women's there walking around, but I've seen few people, few women's or few old age people also. They want to run, but they're wearing
Yeah.
sari. They're always shy, as you said, that they watch around people what they would think
Yeah.
about us. They will
Yeah.
run when they don't see any people around us. They stop when someone comes in front of
Hmm.
them, and they
Hmm.
hold their sari, their upper thing, because they know that they're
Yeah.
not in a right proper way
Yeah.
of running. But that should not disturb you. Why are you bothered always about others when you know
Yeah.
fitness is all about yourself? So I've seen many people like that. So that
Hmm.
actually strike that why don't I try in sari? I've seen my mom also. She's
Hmm.
very comfortable wearing sari whole day. They do
Yeah.
so much of course from morning till evening. But when
Yeah.
running come into their life, why do they struggle or why do they think so much about running? When they can do so much, and when we see villagers also, right? Villagers sides, we see the whole day they are in crop pink.
Yeah.
They do so many things while wearing. But we, when we have to wear for occasions, we think so many times that 10
Hmm.
minutes for puja, 10 minutes akobeka. Oh my God.
Hmm.
Mother-in-law will say, she will force, mom will force. Only because of their force, we will wear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, we know this is our tradition, but still we lack somewhere.
Hmm.
I just wanted to show everyone that whatever attire you are, your passion should not stop. Forget about what you're wearing, forget what you wear. You just give your complete mind there, right? You just run. Forget who is watching you. That doesn't, it should not actually count you. You be happy with what you think and just complete it. So that park, right? So I registered for my full marathon, but I never planned for sari. So 1 week before, just a week before, I thought I always do this in my usual attires, but why shouldn't I try in a sari? So that at least two people, if they get inspired, right, that two people will turn around a best, and that best will even more motivate or inspire others. So once I went to the park in Sari, just 3 days before the event, I thought, let me try, let me watch around people, let me see their sight, how their thinking would be. People were like amazed seeing me running in sari. Few people I could understand. This crazy lady is running at this time in sari. This is really important. Look at her shoes. She's not wearing chappal while running. So, but few were like looking at me. Once I stopped my running and I was doing a cool down there, three to four ladies they came around and told, "You were so." It was like they told me that, "Is this your first time or you usually run in your sari?" I told, "No, no, this is my first time." They told, "You were looking so cool. I never felt that this was your first time." Okay, then I realized, okay, when you live out what you're wearing, right? That attire, if you don't mind what you're wearing and just give live out your run in your way, then it will others, it will attract them. So when that lady spoke to me, that actually inspired me. Then I decided, no, boss, for full marathon, I am going to wear a sari and run. When that lady came and spoke to me, why would this not be impressed? Or it can attract many women in that case. So then next day when I went, I saw two ladies running in sari. They usually run, they usually walk. I had never seen them running, but next day I saw them running. Oh my god! Then I decided.
Wow.
I decided these small changes in our lives, right? It makes a huge difference in others' life.
Yeah. That's so
So
much gold. That's
so
so
then
beautiful. Yeah.
full marathon. When I went there, people were like, "Okay, she has come to cheer any someone." They never expected me that I would run. They thought that, okay, Ansuya here is to cheer someone wearing a sari. When they saw my bib, they were like, "Are you serious? You're going to do full marathon in sari? You're not going to take any challenge?" I told, "No, boss. This is my full. I mean, this is my second marathon, but first in sari, so no challenge as such. But inside, I had that fire that no, I would not go lesser than my whatever my previous timing was. But I thought, let me take it easy, because even a small down there, right, that would demotivate others. That is the reason we told that running in the sari is difficult. So I didn't want that to be at a point. I wanted
Yeah.
that, okay, look at this girl, she's so easy, she find it so easy while running, even I will try. I wanted that to be seen by others.
Yeah.
So that's how I took this sari, and I was so happy after completing that. I could see smiles in other faces, that I could see that smile in other face. That smile made me even more run better. Actually, I had
Yeah.
never thought of running so well. But the other people cheerings, right? Oh my God, crowd was so amazing that complete 42 was like cheerful for me, and that made me run even more better than what I had thought of.
And you had a PR, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, that was my best run. I would say that was 21 minutes, better than my previous record.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God, I was like my I always say one person as my gurugale. He always tells that do this, do that. He is like my godfather in running.
Uh-huh,
I
uh-huh.
when I have many doubts, right? I get in touch with him. He give me many tips, ideas. So he had told me that no, no, take it easy. This is your first run. Do it this way. But when I
Hmm.
completed my run, he was like so surprised. ಏನಮ್ಮ ನೀನು? I told this, you did more than that. You surprised me. I swear, Gurugala, I'm myself surprised today. It's all because
Yeah,
of the crowd, I would say. Because see, when a single woman running in a sari, you get so much cheers or so much
yeah.
claps, right? And many women running, it would be like amazing, I would say. Amazing.
Awesome. So, as a tip for like, we all are so used to running in, technical
Com-
shirts nowadays.
Comfortable
They're
attires. Comfortable
comfortable
attires.
attires, right? So, when it comes to a sari, do you use a cotton sari, or like, what is there a recommendation you have for people who are
Yeah,
interested?
yeah.
Maybe.
See, better you would go on a lightweight sari. I usually
Hmm.
wear cotton silk sari.
Hmm.
Cotton silk, I would say, because that's little more gazing. It gives a gazing effect also. So
Hmm.
it would be nice on you to wear, and it'd be very light also. Cotton sarees are
Hmm.
also very nice. So I usually go on cotton silk, lightweight, so you feel more better to run.
Terrific. So, and have people, other women come to you and have said they want to start running in saris
Yes,
now? Or
yes,
they,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
you're starting a sari running group in
No,
Bangalore now.
I think I should start.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
It
the
could be
reason
like a
after
support group.
that, yeah, after that I've started running in sari so that people once they see and once they stop seeing, right? That's not much fascinating for them. Once they continuously keep seeing a person running in sari, that would actually inspire them and it will actually make them feel that no
Yeah,
boss, now I should run. Now I should
yeah,
run. That
yeah,
that that fire they will get it in them. So after that,
yeah.
I've been trying to run in sari, I would say.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so you completed that, and fast forward, just recently, what, about a couple of months, a month back,
Yeah, it was on
you
8th of this month.
8th of this month, you went and did the did an ultra, right?
Yeah, yeah,
A
12
12-hour
hours
run, also
stadium.
in a sari,
Yeah, also in a
right?
sari.
So tell us
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
How did
See,
that happen?
even this time, sari was in surprise for me. I thought 12 hours in a sari, that would be little uncomfortable. I really had thought of. So I thought, okay, let me take a casual attire and run because this was my first ultra also. Then to 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks back, again thought that, okay, why shouldn't I? See, running in a gear is always usual. What would make a difference? I would stop for a while. Anyway, kilometers was not important for me in this ultra. So when kilometers is really not important, then why should the attire stop me in taking that challenge? Okay, then I thought, okay, anyway, I have 3 weeks time. I had never practiced also for my ultra, anyways, nor in my usual attires or sari. So when anything is not in practice, then why shouldn't I start thinking about running in a sari? Because anyway, I have made myself understand that no attire should stop you in understanding your kilometers or getting reach to it. So forget about that. It's just a strong will. What I had to make that I'm anyway trying for ultra. Forget about what attire I wear on that day. So earlier to it, I don't think much about my attire. Then 3 weeks back, I decided, okay, I started telling my family. They were like, ತಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ ನಿನ್ಗೆ 12 hours ಕಣೆ ಸಾರಿ ಬೇಡ. So first thing comes from family only, ಬೇಡ. My husband was like, Rama, beka. I told Ashok, please keep quiet. Don't demotivate me. I've just thought about it. Let me go on it. It can change my life too. So then everyone were like, my mom, she will always be super proud about me because I've never seen early mornings when I was at her home. I've never ran throughout my life. Now she's like, ಏನಾಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಿನ್ಗೆ? She's like, Anu, I'm so proud of you. 12 hours you want to do, go do. I will always be positive towards you. She's my backbone actually.
Mm.
Then 3 weeks I started telling my co-runners also that, see, I've thought about this. Oh, really? I could see from their expression, but they were not in a position to say, Beka. Say, oh, really? I had registered for 2 hours relay. I had registered
Okay.
for 2 hours relay, so no practice was done. Then 3 weeks back, I told my team that no, I'm taking out myself from 2 hours run. I'm entering to 12 hours. They were like, 12 hours, 3 weeks, no practice. Very good. Then I told, sorry, 12 hours, no practice. Very, very good. Then I thought, no, no, let me try. So 3 weeks, it's like a morning. Usually I do yoga, so less of running practice. So after I complete my office work, I shut down my system at 7. I go out for running in the after 7. So my long
Mm.
runs practice also I had to do after 7 only. So 7 till
Okay.
9, 7 till 10. I cook everything and I go. I complete my run. And nowadays it was raining, so I had to
Mm.
not stop during those runs also. And since it was late, right, I couldn't go outside my area also. I had to circle. Anyway, it was a 400 meters running track, what
Mm.
I had to
Mm.
do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
even here also, I took the same kind of 1.5 kilometers track. People were like, okay, what has happened to this girl? She's running at this time, rain. Bedama, you're already lean. Don't do more. People don't understand. But yeah, but
Yeah.
these practice near my area, right? And actually during this stadium run, it has really motivated me. Few people would watch, few people next day when I see they're walking, few people, yeah, my runs, when I see that, okay, few people think that crazy, but few people I've seen that, okay, it has motivated them also. When I see those
Mm.
motivated peoples, right, it actually challenges me even more that, okay, what's next, what's
Mhm.
next. So this way, and one day before, so for full marathon also, 2 days before, I wore a sari and I run to see that, okay, how comfortable I would be. And
Mhm.
even this time, maximum I had run 25 kilometers during my practice. I had very less time, but I had
Mm.
decided that, okay, whatever it happens, anyway, stadium runs, it would be walk, run. So let me talk,
Mhm.
risk myself, and that too, especially in a sari for 12 hours. And if it rains, I had to change. So all these thoughts were running background. But
Mhm.
one day before, I wore sari, and my fate, it started running again. Okay, then I decided anyway on the final day also, if it runs, I have to run in this rain. Okay, let me have an experience running in this rain. It was really fantastic. Previous day also running. So
Wow.
so next day it
So
was
doesn't it get heavy when you're running
on.
in the rain with
That's
sari?
the reason. That's the reason. Cotton saris. It's always, it's anyway light on you.
Hmm.
So no, and your
Okay.
inner wear should be very light as well. If it is cotton,
Mhm.
again, that will get soaked and it will
Mhm.
become heavy on you. So better to be all completely on your lightweight.
Right.
So it would really help you also, and your sweats also, even that would increase the weight on your sari or
Mhm.
your blouse or whatever you wear.
Yeah.
So keep it very light and silky, it would not.
Okay.
So
Amazing.
that's,
And then how did the 12-hour run go? How
oh
was
my
that for
God.
you?
Oh my God. Like when I go for an interview for my exam, right? I mean, for the any companies, I will have that nervousness in me. So before entering the stadium, I was like, will I really do? Will I really do? I don't want to stop in between. Even though if anything happens, I will at least walk and complete my run. I don't want to make others feel that, okay, wearing a sari is so discomfort. So let me not try this attire. I had many things striking in my mind, but when I started my run, all these thoughts literally went away. I wore a flag, and that made me inspire more. I got that patriotic feeling in me that, come on, yeah, everyone are so happy looking at me, they're applauding. So no, that took out so well, and I actually had taken 3 saris so that if it rains, I will change. If I become very much wet, I will change. Nothing happened. Everything went so smooth that I didn't change my sari for complete 12 hours at all. So it was like amazing, which I had really not felt that I would really do so well. I had thought that 55 kilometers is the cutoff. Even though 60 I do, that should be enough. But 20 more I did. That every time I would say, it's only because of the public, the crowd, how they cheer us, right? That makes a huge difference in our runs. So 12
Yeah.
hours, my
And yeah.
family people were, my family was there cheering me throughout. My friends who came there for complete 12 hours stayed. They helped me. They were cheering me, my team. Every lap I take, the claps I hear, that made me run even more. My God,
Mm,
very
amazing.
very nice. It was very nice. That was an
Amazing.
amazing and unforgettable. I would say the memory of my life. Those 12 hours
Wow.
which I spent in my
Wow.
stadium.
So just so, and you said you didn't train much. Your longest run was 25 kilometers, and this is like 80 kilometers you did, right? Almost 50 miles, which is 50 miles, 80 kilometers, which is quite amazing. So your endurance was in place. You didn't feel any discomfort, pain, cramps, nothing. You that's
Nothing, nothing,
amazing.
nothing, nothing. Because I do strengthening also in between, right? I keep doing
Yeah.
strengthening, and I yoga practice every day. I keep doing. So that's the major role what plays in me.
Hmm.
See, my endurance, my abs, my core, it gets stronger by doing yoga. Though I do my practice runs very less, right?
Hmm.
This backs up my running, and my clean food. These all
Yeah.
plays a very big role in my endurance run. And the mindset, what actually you keep it, that's the primary. That's the primary. So
Yeah.
I
And what's the
always keep
mindset?
my
What's the
I
mindset you
I
use?
always, yeah, I always think like this. See, sometimes I really don't get time to practice on my runs. My
Hmm.
coach, right, he always keeps saying, Yallamma, at least one day you come and practice. I say, Guru, no, Guru. I'm actually not getting time. Tomorrow pakka I'll be in the stadium. But that tomorrow doesn't come sometimes. So what I do is I do it near my place or go to the parks in the evening and I complete my runs. I make sure
Yeah.
that I complete my practice. But sometimes it happens that my calls extends and I won't be able to go out in the evening also.
Yeah.
So that's how I keep my mindset. See, practice should be there, warm up, cool downs, and my strengthening in between, stretches in
Yeah.
between. These are very much important for every day. But sometimes, even though I miss, I think that, okay, forget what is not happened. But what is going to happen is very much important for us. So that what
Mhm.
is not happened should not be a big failure in your life. So it's okay,
Yeah.
but be positive. On that day, let's not risk ourselves thinking that, okay, that person is running very faster, let me also do. No. When you don't have practice, think about what can happen from your side. Give
Mhm.
that best. That best would really give you the best thing. So that's how I keep it very simple. When it's
Mhm.
really important and when I really challenge myself, I make sure that I give a good practice. When there is no practice, I don't risk my life at all. I keep it
Right.
very
Right.
simple and very easy. No, challenge
Makes
should be
sense.
there, but not to that extent.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I think, the way the way you're describing it, it's a package of good food, yoga. I mean, clean nutrition, strength training, and sensible endurance training. Not just I, you're right. A lot of training. When you get into training, you get into a adrenaline rush. You get addicted to, oh, I want to do more. I want to do 10 today. I want to do 20 tomorrow. That is retro. It doesn't work. It works against you, and it definitely proves from what you're doing. You did 80 kilometers with a very balanced training, and you're able to manage your other commitments too. It's not like
Yes,
you're only running, and doing nothing else, right?
yes, yes,
We are
yes.
not professionals. We are doing recreational running,
Exactly,
so
exactly.
that also is important. So great points. Good tips. So you are someone who's all about what next, and no challenge. And what's next on your horizon now?
That's how I think that 42 came into my life. Then what's next? Okay, let me do an ultra. I finished ultra. Now what's next? Now,
So
actually, in
what is
few days,
next?
yeah, in few days I would be traveling to Canada. So it's like
Oh,
again a big challenge which I would have to face there. As you know, it's a very cold country. So will I be able to continue my running? Continue my runs is a very big challenge there.
hmm,
How I keep it, that's a big challenge. I actually always have dreamt of the six major marathons in my life. I would just want that big medal where I can say that, okay, proud to be a marathoner. So
yeah.
I always dreamt of that. But yeah, traveling here also should not change anything.
Hmm.
My dream is always on. I would like to achieve those six major countries marathon medals on me.
Awesome.
Ah,
So Canada. So you're coming to Canada just when the winter is starting. So you're going to be doing
yeah,
a lot of snowshoeing and skiing for some time, I guess, until the summer comes and you're able to run again, right?
right, right, right. But
I'm
talk.
sure. I'm sure nothing's going to stop you, given your spirit and your mindset. I don't think all the ice and snow is going to stop you. You'll find some way to get your running going or
Yeah,
whatever.
when
Snowshoeing.
my
Most people do snowshoeing,
yeah,
right?
when my husband, he has already traveled there. The first thing what I told was, Ashok, look for a house where I have indoor stadium next to my house. See,
Yeah,
otherwise, no, I won't be happy. See, I can
yeah,
lead my life. That's not a big thing or a great deal. But how I live my life with my passion becomes
yeah,
very important. I have
yeah.
enjoyed running. It's not only because to show it for others. So when I get frustrated, irritated, complete day, right? So
Mm,
such a hectic job. I have organized so much that I don't get sometimes 15 or 20 minutes break for myself also. The break what
mm,
I choose for myself is running. I make
mhm.
sure that 1 hour what I give for myself is complete. It's only me, no kids,
Yeah,
no family, nothing. So I just go out. I remove all my frustrations out, irritations out. I scream out loud. I just get on to my whatever happened to that day. Okay, I come out home very fresh. That's how I
yeah,
spend my 1 hour on myself. So
yeah,
after going there, what would I do? How would I spend? I might have 24 hours because I'm anyway leaving my job and going. I might have 12 hours with me, but that 12 hours I won't be happy. That
yeah,
1 hour what I give for myself makes a difference for me. So that 1 hour I told that, see, look for a stadium where that house is very close to the stadium because I won't be able to go to the outdoor because it will be very cold. Or I want at least a gym where I can go do something there, spend my time, me time. That me time,
yeah,
right, in my life is very important. So
yeah,
he's also told that, okay, I understand your problem. Don't worry. There are
yeah,
stadiums where you can practice inside and you can keep your passion always alive.
yeah.
So I should
And I
see,
think you're coming at the right time because it's fall. It'll be pleasant till at least I guess November. So you will have a couple of months before you will have some time to figure all of that out. So
yeah,
yeah, we
yeah,
wish you all the best in your new journey, and you're coming to our this side. So hopefully, we'll have an opportunity to talk again.
yeah. See, you should
Awesome.
see that
So
if you see any runner in a sari in nearby
yeah,
country, that would be me.
terrific. So we covered fair bit of ground about your journey, and so thanks for sharing your journey. We're kind of moving to the next part of our conversation where I have a fun Q&A round with my guests. So are you ready for that?
Yeah, yeah.
If you've seen some of my episodes, you probably know some of the questions, but hopefully let me see if I can surprise you with some of them. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So the first question, you said you're a foodie. So what's your favorite junk food?
I eat sweets a lot.
Okay, which one is your favorite?
Chandrakala.
Nice. That's a very Bengaluru thing, right?
That's a very Bangalore thing. It would be very heavy. And any sweet
Yeah.
I take, one is not enough for me. I go beyond it.
Yeah, and with all your running now, you probably can burn it off. So
Yeah. That's the
you
confidence what
deserve
I
it.
hold that. Yeah, that's the confidence
Yeah,
what I hold. I eat and I burn.
yeah, yeah. The next one is, what's the best thing of being a pioneer? Like you're pioneering running in saris. What's the best thing about it?
Okay, I would take that park example only. The best thing that day, what I felt was those two ladies who came and spoke to me. Next day, I saw them running.
Yeah.
I
So the
would
best
see
thing is
that
kind of
was that
inspiring
was yeah,
others,
yeah, yeah.
being a
That I
leader.
would say. Yeah, being yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Yeah, I
Hmm.
get it. Loud and clear. So are you a book person or are you a movie person?
Oh my God, not both.
Neither?
No,
How do you entertain yourself when you're not
no.
running?
I told you, right? I've completely organized that I don't get that 10-15 minutes of break also.
Hmm.
So from morning, cooking, kids, then my office work starts, the calls, the 1 hour what I get time is for my running, then 1 hour I keep for my yoga, and then again kids, cook. So
Yeah.
that complete day is actually gone for me. And the time what I give is my coffee time. I need 30 minutes to take my coffee. I'm a coffee lover. So morning, a complete big cup of coffee, 30 minutes, keep my mobile in front of me, chat, 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 chat. That 30 minutes also my husband is like, ಯಾಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀಯಾ? So morning and evenings, my coffee time and my mobile with me. I don't watch movies. It's very less or
Oh,
often, I would say. Books.
What about
My God.
music?
A
Do you listen
music.
to music while running?
I'm a music. Yes. While
Okay.
running, I just love to hear my music. My
So
headset is
let me
always
ask you
on.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you about this. So what tell us about a song, a favorite song that inspires you or moves you when you are down? What kind of
Uh,
music
I
mostly
usually
you
I
listen?
usually hear to Sonu Nigam's songs, especially Kannada
Okay.
songs now. Many good songs have come, so I keep
Hmm.
hearing to Sonu's.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Terrific. All right. So the last one. No, I know you don't watch movies, but let's see if you can imagine this. If we made a movie about your life, what category or what genre would you put it in? And is there which actor would you like to play your role?
Uh, I would say there would be a new actor called Ansuya. I would not like to replay anyone's role. I want to be myself there. So I always want to be a super mom. My character role,
Hmm.
I wanted myself to be a super mom where my kids are always very happy looking and saying that yes, this is my mom, what we want. So this actually inspires. So
Yeah,
character would be a super mom character. I don't
Supermom.
want to fly
Yeah,
anyway. I don't want to fly, but I want to be a mom, a wife, a daughter, or a friend who is always very caring, cheerful, and be
yeah,
motivating. I want that kind
yeah.
of character in my life.
And I think we've got the title for the movie also. It's called Age Doesn't Matter. Nice title. All right. Terrific. Hey, thanks. You did well in the Q&A round. We learned a little bit more about you in the process. Thanks for sharing your extraordinary journey. And we really wish that when you move to Canada, you continue doing what you're doing and you continue to push new limits in your running journey. Um, so we kind of coming to wrap up. Is there anything you want to tell the viewers as a final wrap up message before we close?
Yes, Santosh. I would like to say everyone that see everyone will have some passion or the other in our lives. Just let that open up and let it keep happening. See, we know we are women, men, women, or that should not actually happen. That should not actually come up in our thoughts. See, we have a single life. We all have 24 hours. We know how others spend, but you don't know how you want to spend. See that where is that 1 hour where you're not actually doing anything. Pick that 1 hour, spend on your time, you will find changes in your life that can change completely your life. So attire should not matter, or food should not matter, or anything should not matter. It's only that passion what you have should matter. Just live your
Yeah,
dream, be happy, forget thinking about
amazing.
others.
Yeah, awesome. Terrific. There's a lot of gold in what you said. Great inspirational message. Continue to inspire everybody. Keep that smile on, keep that energy
Yes,
on.
yes, yes.
And I'll let you go for today and we shall stay in touch. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Anusuya.
much, Santosh. Thank you so
All
much
right.
for your time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.